This is the Phoenix, Arizona weather discussion for Friday, September 16th. I'm Michael Groff. We've got a dry forecast ahead for the next couple of days with warmer temperatures this weekend, maybe getting back above the century mark. Then tropical moisture comes back into the picture and maybe some rain chances for the early part of next week. Still a lot of uncertainty surrounding that. We'll get into it. Full moon out there this morning. Looks nice. It was a great night to view it, too. Clear skies, dry air, very comfortable temperatures. We're at 70 degrees right now at Sky Harbor. That's the first time we've been down to 70 since May 31st. Dew points at 36, humidity 29%, wind from the east-southeast at 7. The barometer is rising. Temperatures across the metro area this morning, very comfortable also. We're down to the low 60s out toward Buckeye. I even see some upper 50s on the map. And down into the 30s or even upper 20s in the high country. That's because we have clear skies in the satellite, dry air, so radiational cooling in full effect. Nothing to talk about on the radar. And even the watch warning map is once again quiet. Just some frost advisories for northern New Hampshire, Vermont, and up into Maine. Tropical storm warnings off the Carolina coast in association with Julia, which has slightly re-intensified up to a very minimal tropical storm status. It'll probably weaken again, and that system is just going to meander around off the coast, be a producer of rip currents and maybe some rain. Mostly, though, that problem will be offshore. All right, the convective outlook for today. A marginal risk of severe weather up toward Fargo, North Dakota, Bemidji, Minnesota, and for the eastern parts of New Mexico, West Texas, up toward Oklahoma City and Wichita, Kansas. Tomorrow, marginal risk area extending all the way from eastern New Mexico and the panhandles of Oklahoma and Texas, all the way north into Nebraska. Then on Sunday, no real severe weather issues anticipated. Tropics are heating up in the East Pacific. We'll have to watch this. This is going to influence our weather quite a bit. Now, don't worry about Tropical Storm Orlene. That continues to move off to the west. It's hardly even much more than a little piece of convection out there in the open Pacific, so that's heading into cooler waters. However, it's that area just off the southwest coast of Mexico that you want to be concerned about. That's going to get organized over the next couple of days. Pretty high chance that that develops into at least a tropical storm. And the models have been hinting that at least some of that moisture will get pulled up here into the southwest. We'll talk about that as we get into the models right now. The 06Z GFS run valid at 5 p.m. Mountain Standard Time today. Same old thing. We've got a bit of a split flow across western North America. The main energy to the north and a little bit of energy drifting off here toward the southwest U.S. That will eventually close off. A little cutoff low will develop. And we will show you the implications of that. Meanwhile, troughing trying to get down into the eastern United States. Just can't, though. The ridge of high pressure, that's the old persistent ridge, has just been holding on for dear life down there. For us, just dry today. Temperatures still slightly below normal. Normal high for today in Phoenix, 100 degrees. We'll probably top out about 96 or 97. Under sunny skies and very low dew points, so continued dry. We had dew points down in the 20s yesterday afternoon. We'll probably see that again today. Tomorrow, carbon copy of today, except we'll tack on a couple of degrees. We'll be up near 100. May or may not make it, but either way, it's still going to be dry. The morning lows will be nice. Once again, lower 60s to lower 70s. So sunny skies and pleasant conditions. Now, by tomorrow, you do see the flow aloft. We start to close off that low off the Baja coast. Initially, that's not going to matter for us. By Sunday, that low off the Baja, combined with an expanding ridge over the southern plains, yields southerly flow over Arizona. Initially, that's going to serve to provide plenty of warm air advection. So temperatures will be the warmest of the entire period this day. We'll have highs 101 to 104 or so. Rain chances around here will still be nothing, but over far eastern Arizona, northern part of the state, can't rule out an isolated thunderstorm. On Monday, the moisture continues to increase. Southerly flow prevails, and we should see more widely scattered showers and thunderstorms, again, mainly over northern and eastern Arizona. Models have shown an interesting tendency to take the deeper moisture a little bit further to the west this period. Talking about southeast California and southwest Arizona have the higher PWatt values, and the greatest potential for precipitation is probably more out that way. So we'll put in about a 10% chance of rain and high temperatures backing off to the mid to upper 90s. On Tuesday, southerly flow continues. Plenty of tropical moisture around here, especially if anything is added in by that tropical storm or whatever the feature is to our south. And so it could wind up being a mainly cloudy day here. That's bad news if you're hoping for any significant precipitation, because there's really nothing in the way of dynamics to talk about. That low off the Baja will be weakening. And even though PWAT values will be in excess of 1.6 inches, which is about the 90th percentile for mid to late September around here, we just don't have any real upper level support. Southerly flow means warmer air aloft. No cape to speak of really across the southwest. No real lift in the atmosphere. No thermodynamics. So precipitation that does occur will be very light in nature. And of course, over the mountains, with a little bit of the orographic lifting that takes place, that will be where you get the precipitation. And the deepest moisture will be to our west. So the QPF numbers for Tuesday, from the Colorado River up toward Las Vegas, maybe southeast California, southern Utah, northern Arizona. But around here, light rain, if anything at all. So high temperatures probably upper 80s to low 90s. It'll be muggy. And that's about it. Maybe some very light rain. On Wednesday, the pattern continues. That low begins to phase out. It shears out. It moves off to the east. So broad southwesterly flow starts to develop in response to a deepening trough over the Pacific Northwest. The models still show plenty of moisture around here, 1.2 to 1.5 inches of PWAT here. But again, no significant dynamics. Maybe that trough throws some energy our way, and maybe it doesn't. The models have been inconsistent on that. We can obviously foresee a scenario, and it happens many times in the transitional months of September and October, where we get these big troughs and plenty of energy. If the axis comes right on through here and we get some good jet level energy, we can get some good thunderstorm activity. But that does not seem to be likely, at least not on this run of the GFS, and the Euro doesn't show a whole lot in favor of that either. So isolated showers and thunderstorms will be possible, but we'll just call it a 10% chance for Wednesday, highs low to mid 90s. Same for Thursday, maybe an isolated storm, but the moisture is still hanging around, but it's thinning out just a bit. And a week from today, next Friday, a few of the models hinting at another low closing off near the Baja, but that would have almost no implications on our weather because we've got high pressure building in off the west coast. You see that here on Saturday, the 24th of September. Big low over Minnesota, trough digging down into the middle of the country. And the end of the forecast period, September the 25th, the ridge continues to build in off the west coast, dry northwesterly flow, temperatures about normal for us. Meanwhile, maybe that good first push of fall air coming down for the central and eastern United States, maybe down to the Tennessee Valley or the deep south. Otherwise, no pushes of fall air for us anytime soon. That usually doesn't happen until about mid to late October. Highs surging this weekend, and then Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday of next week with the added cloud cover, the moisture, the precipitation chances, we may not even get out of the upper 80s any one of those days. Then highs more or less near normal for the rest of the period. And low temperatures away from the urban core, pretty comfortable, probably back down in the 60s to low 70s. All right, that's a look at the Phoenix, Arizona weather discussion for today. Like our videos, subscribe, leave your comments. Really do appreciate you checking us out. We'll see you again real soon.